Hey, it's great. This is a lesson review for Wednesday, January 27th. And we're just getting started here with your Google Earth project. And we talked about some ways, and I showed you some ideas to stay organized with this. There's a lot to it. So, my suggestion is you create some kind of chart or checklist so that you know you have everything completed before you turn it in. Now, remember, you have to have at least 5 stops to tell your story. You can always have more, but you have to have at least 5. You have to have 5 places. You have to have text for each place. You have to have at least one picture for each place. Somewhere in your project, you have to have 2 video clips. You have to work with the place marks, and you have to work with the labels. That's a lot. So my suggestion to you, and I would do this myself if I were doing the project as a student, I would make a graph or a chart here, um, with all these things on here. That way I can ensure that everything is done before I turn it in. And as I complete these different aspects of the project, I'm going to go ahead and check those off. So let's say the first thing that I do, remember I was working with national parks. If the first thing that I did, if I put my parks on the map. So I put on the Grand Canyon, I put on Acadia, the Everglades, Smoky Mountains, and Hawaii Volcano National Park. So let's say I started with that. Once I got those places on the map, I'm going to go ahead on my checklist and mark those off. Then let's say the next day I spend the entire day working on the Smoky Mountains. I get my text completed. I've included wonderful facts that I've researched. I've given my own thoughts. The text is complete. I found some great pictures. I actually found a video clip, so I'm going to mark that down. And I did my place marks, both symbol and color, and my labels, both color and size. So the Smokies are done. According to my checklist, that's all completed. Then maybe the next day I don't want to work specifically on one park. I want to work on the picture part. So I spend that day finding pictures for all of my parks. And I'm going to continue with this and plan my work for that day based on what's needed. And then when everything is filled in and you're happy with your project, that's the time to submit it. I would hate for somebody to turn in something awesome and they only had 4 places instead of 5 because they didn't keep track. So this is a great sample on how to do that. The other thing we talked about today is to have a plan in place. The first thing that I asked you to do was to pick your topic. The second thing was to get my okay on it. Make sure I've okayed your topic before you proceed. Then we talked about doing some initial research. Go find some things, take some notes. Okay, look for some great pictures and video clips, etc. I would urge you to consider using note cards and have the place name on one side and the info on the other. Then, after you've done a little initial research, then start to build your project. Get into Google Earth and start to create. Start to put down some of the place marks and include some of your pictures. The next 3 steps I would repeat over and over again. I would preview my work. I would analyze it. And I would make changes. And I would repeat this process over and over again until I was happy with my work. I'm going to preview it, and then I'm going to think about what I see and what can I make better, or what do I need to change. And then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to put it away for a while, and I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to preview it. I'm going to think about what I saw, and then if I need to make changes by adding or deleting or changing something up, I'm going to do that. And I might repeat this process several times before I'm happy with my project. And once I'm happy and it's complete, my chart has been filled out and everything is done, and I've reviewed it carefully, then that's when you submit. But remember, it's not due until February 12th. I don't want to see it tomorrow or the next day. I want you to take your time with this. Remember, I'm always available for emails. You're always welcome to come to my office hours, or we can chat in class. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thanks.